Klein was the first to sort of come up with this concept of having two modes for the developer to engage with. So just in like talking to our users and seeing how they use Klein, where it was really only an input field, we found a lot of them starting off working with the agent, coming up with a markdown file where they ask the agent to put together some kind of architecture or plan for the work that they want the agent to go on to do. And so we would find that people just came up with this workflow for themselves just organically. And so we thought about how we might translate that into the product. So it's a little bit more intuitive for new users who don't have to kind of pick up that pattern for themselves, and can kind of direct and put in guardrails for the agent to adhere to these different modes whenever the user switches between them. So for example, in plan mode, the agent's directed to be more exploratory, read more files, get sort of understanding and fill up its context with any sort of relevant information to come up with a plan of attack for whatever the task is the user wants to accomplish. And then when they switch to act mode, that's when the agent gets this directive to look at the plan and start executing on it, running commands, editing files. And it just makes working with agents a little bit easier, especially with something like Klein, where a lot of the times people's engagement with it is mostly in the plan mode, where there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of extracting context from the developer, asking questions, what do you want the theme to look like? What pages do you want on the website? Just trying to extract any sort of information that the user might not have put into their initial prompt. Once the user feels like, okay, I'm ready to let the agent go off and work on this, they switch to act mode, check auto approve, and just kick their feet up and, get coffee or whatever and let the agent get the job done. So yeah, most of the engagement happens in the plan mode, and then act mode, they kind of just have a peripheral vision into what's going on, mostly to course correct whenever it goes in the wrong direction. But for the most part, they can just rely on the model to get it done.